Pratham Test Prep. My name is Ashish Bhargav, and here we have with another episode of Deep Dive. So, what is the purpose to conduct the session? Is deep dive is for the particular one topic, basically the burning issues, what is going on in these days that we discuss. So, with this regard, you should know about recently that you have seen that 78 MPs, more than 78 MPs are suspended from the parliament, and they all are from the opposition party. What would be the consequences? And second thing is that the another thing that you should keep in mind is that the burning issue, which means that you should know about what are the important takeaways that is important for the exam point of view, right? So I welcome each and everyone for this deep dive session, and thank you so much for joining. And one more thing, here is a little progress each day adds up to a big result, and here it is that we can say 78 opposition MPs suspended, most ever in a day. Why this happened? What Parliament rule says. So in short, the very first thing you should know about the role of MPs and Member of Parliament, which means the MPs in both houses were suspended for disrupting parliamentary proceedings while protesting last week's Parliament secretary breach. But are suspension common? How long can MPs be suspended for, and why do MP disrupt Parliament? So in this article, that is very important that you should know about what is the role of MPs, and in the parliamentary structure that you should know about, like in the parliamentary form of democracy, that you should know that what does it mean, that why India adopted parliamentary form of government, because the here is executive is solely responsible to the legislature, very first thing, right? So in that context, you should know that a parliamentary structure is that here is Lok Sabha, and then Rajya Sabha, and then is President. So Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and President. So President is a part of Parliament, right? So here it is how MP are suspended. So 33 Lok Sabha and 45 members from Rajya Sabha, all belonging to opposition party, were suspended on winter session. So Parliament में कितने session होते हैं? How many sessions are there in the Parliament? So here it is, 3 sessions are here. One is winter session, and then budget session, and monsoon session. This one is here for the winter session. So the all democratic norms are being thrown into the dustbin by an autocratic Modi Congress. President Mallikarjun Kharge ने पोस्ट किया अपने ट्विटर पे, ठीक है. सो पीयूष गोयल जो लीडर ऑफ द हाउस हैं राज्यसभा में, रिपोर्टेड द रूड बिहेवियर ऑफ द कांग्रेस एंड इट्स फ्रेंडली पार्टनर्स हैज embarrassed the entire country, both the speaker and the chairman. The very first thing, that what kind of important takeaways that you should remember that while you are reading this kind of article, why were MP suspended? Here it is, why were MP suspended? So the MPs in both houses were suspended for disrupting parliamentary proceedings while protesting the last week parliamentary security breach. And लोक सभा में जो अपोजिशन है वो डिमांड कर रहे हैं कि attempts from Home Minister Amit Shah, some MP waved placard with their demand 3. Or in Rajya Sabha, the opposition raised slogan on the parliamentary breach and disrupt proceeding. So why do MP disrupt parliament? What is the reason for that? पहली चीज, हमारे इंडिया में एक old tradition है, right? So there is an old tradition, irrespective of which party or alliance is in opposition, that MP causing a ruckus inside parliament. So over the years, 4 broad reasons have been, identified for disorder in legislature. So there are, what can be the reason that Parliament is disrupting it? So there are, one is the lack of time available to MPs for raising important matters. Second thing that you should know, what is important is, the things that we can say, like unresponsive attitude of the government and retaliatory pushes by treasury benches. Third, that deliberate disruption by parties. Fourth is that the absence of prompt action against MP disrupting parliamentary proceedings. There are various four major reasons for that. So over the decades, the opposition has in deciding the parliamentary calendar has been reducing. Not only does the government set the agenda in parliament and decide how much time will be dedicated to any issues. So parliamentary procedure also priorities government business over the matters. So parliament has not updated in its rules over the last 70 years in its regard. So jitni bhi parties hain, that all parties have disrupted parliament and their view on disruption have been determined almost always by whether they are in power or not. So who can suspend the MP and how? See, पहला सस्पेंड कौन कर सकता है? Who can suspend the MPs? One is the presiding officer. The presiding officer. The presiding officer, the Speaker of Lok Sabha and Chairman of Rajya Sabha, they play a major role in meting out suspension. लोक सभा में जो स्पीकर होते हैं वो किस एक्ट के अकॉर्डिंग, देखो इनमें क्या होता है, जो पार्लियामेंट की प्रोसीजर होती है उसमें कंडक्ट ऑफ बिजनेस होता है. कंडक्ट ऑफ बिजनेस विच मीन्स Article 373, Rule 373, 374 and 374 of the rules procedure of the conduct of business. So Rajya Sabha mein the chairman of the, as per the rules 255 and 256 of the rules of procedure in both houses is largely similar. First, the presiding officers can direct an MPs to withdraw from the house for any disorderly conduct, rules 373 to 255. So while these rules have mostly remained unchanged from since 1952, right? So 2001 में क्या हुआ? The Lok Sabha further empowered the speaker to deal with the grave and disorderly conduct. As per the new rule, Article 374A, an MP named by the speaker shall automatically stand suspended for a period of 5 days or remaining part of the session. Notably, the Rajya Sabha has not incorporated this provision in a procedure on Monday after being named. So यहाँ पे आपको इश्यू मनी how long MP can suspend it for. So after this comes to the punishment of withdrawal as per the rule number 373 in Lok Sabha. Rule of procedure and conduct of business. The speaker, if his opinion that the conduct of members is grossly disorderly, may direct or indirectly disrupting the parliamentary procedure, in that case he can be suspended, right? So here यहाँ पे कुछ सिमिलर आर्टिकल्स हैं एंटी डिफेक्शन लॉ में, वो हमें डिस्कस नहीं करना, बट आपको 10th शेड्यूल यू शुड रिमेंबर कि हमारा 10th शेड्यूल क्या है. और यहाँ पे देखो एक न्यू आर्टिकल में इसमें है मेंशन किया हुआ है क्लियर दम स्पीक. देखो पार्लियामेंट्री में जो पार्लियामेंट के अंदर जो आपकी आर्ग्यूमेंट होती है, सो इन दैट केस वो आर्ग्यूमेंट इंपॉर्टेंट है फॉर द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द कंट्री, because our parliamentary system does not provide adequate space for the opposition party in suggest and demand the raising the specific issue in the legislature. But it's up to the government whether to accept them or not, and therein lies the crux of the problem. पहला कि अगर opposition MPs are not able to have a say in the house, it invariably leads to disruption. So far the institutional response has been to penalize disrupting MPs. So as recent events have shown, this approach has become unworkable. So the opposition parties have insisted that the Home Minister make a statement addressing the security breach, and the government stands in the security of Parliament is a sensitive matter. So it comes within the purview of the Lok Sabha Secretariat, and the government will follow the direction of the Speaker Om Birla in this regard. Because यहाँ पे Speaker का role is very important, and while the nature of the disruption involved, parliamentary institutional response remained simplistic and unchanged. It still views disruptions as a disciplinary problem that can be adversely penalizing MPs. So they gave the government the power to convene parliament. The rules of parliamentary procedure strengthen the process. So in short अगर बात करें तो यहाँ पे हमारा जो parliamentary system है does not provide adequate space for the opposition, which we have discussed already. So suspension of MPs shows parliament must find better way to engage on it risks the erosion of public faith, because the recent disruption है that measures the suspension of MP, that should be wake up call for our national legislature. These events highlights that its reputation as the highest forum for deliberation as at risks, and parliament needs to find better solution for fostering debate or risks the erosion of public faith. So I hope this one is very clear for each and everyone. And here Bommai judgment जो है ये important है, because SC Bommai judgment ये कुछ similar है यहाँ पे, और यहाँ पे 9 judges bench of Supreme Court interrupted Article 356 of the Constitution to define the contours of proclamation of President rule. And Article 356 contains provision in case of failure of constitutional machinery in states, including that for the imposition of President rule. So while all 9 judges upheld the provision, the court ruled that the President's decision would be subject to judicial review. So Bommai is still a settled law on when and how President's rule that can be imposed, and it was invoked in recent cases in Uttarakhand 2016, Arunachal Pradesh 2016, and both of which were overturned by the Supreme Court. So here can she approach to Supreme Court? ये हमारे महुआ मोहित्रा जी हैं, and Moitra can challenge her expulsion in Supreme Court despite Article 122 general immunity for House proceeding. And 2007 में Raja Rampal case था, that a precedent allowing judicial review for cases involving substantive or gross illegality or unconstitutionality. So अब यहाँ पे थोड़ी सी इंफॉर्मेशन इंडिया के रैंक के बारे में जो मिसलेनियस इंफॉर्मेशन है. वर्ल्ड हैप्पीनेस इंडेक्स 2023 में इंडिया की रैंक है 126, वर्ल्ड हैंडली पासपोर्ट इंडेक्स में आपका रैंक है 85, ग्लोबल फायर पावर इंडेक्स 4th एंड वर्ल्ड मोस्ट क्रिमिनल कंट्री 77th, AI इंडेक्स रिपोर्ट 5th, फ्रीडम ऑफ वर्ल्ड इंडेक्स 2023, ह्यूमन डेवलपमेंट इंडेक्स 132, आर्ट एंड कैपिटल पासपोर्ट इंडेक्स 144th and 2023 MVM Hurun Global Rich List 3rd number of billionaire, global terrorism index 30th, CIPRI report 1st, global air quality 8th and electoral democracy index 108th, international IP index 42nd. What is ChatGPT? और ये कुछ क्वेश्चन डिस्कस करते हैं. इसमें ऑलरेडी मेंशन है ChatGPT एक कंप्यूटर प्रोग्राम है दैट बेस्ड ऑन आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, और ChatGPT इनिशियली रिलीज्ड इन द ईयर ऑफ 2020, ये नवंबर 2022 में रिलीज हुई थी. ChatGPT was developed by Microsoft, Apple, OpenAI, all of the above. This is OpenAI. So ChatGPT was developed by OpenAI. So true or false? ChatGPT is a freeware software? No, false. That is a proprietary software है, मतलब फ्री नहीं है. ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट क्या है ChatGPT की? That is openai.com. ChatGPT मॉडल जो होती है that trained using RLHF. So it's reinforcement learning from human feedback. RLHF ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट जो है ChatGPT की, which is openai.com. 7th देखते हैं लिमिटेशन क्या है चैट जीपीटी के. इट्स वेरी इजी. और C is both A and B are true. So my friend, this is very, और ये लास्ट लेटेस्ट वर्जन क्या है चैट जीपीटी का. दिस इज यहाँ पे डी आंसर. सो माय फ्रेंड, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जब आप किसी भी टॉपिक को करते हैं, मेक श्योर if the any topic is in current affairs, make sure that you need to find it out the important takeaways. Second thing is that you should know about is important MCQs. And the third thing that you should know about, like what should be your strategy to make a short note, so that it would be very easy for you to make a short content for your revision purpose. So guys, this is all about the session, and I hope that you enjoyed the session a lot. We'll meet you tomorrow for the newspaper analysis. Till then, take care, bye bye, and please share this beautiful session to your friends, and make sure if you are new in this channel, please subscribe our channel, and then do not forget to press the bell icon. Thank you so much. Bye bye and take care.